These tricks make you manifest so much faster. A lot of you guys will write in the comments and tell me that you're struggling to get your manifestation, or you're struggling with letting go and detaching from the outcome. And I have these tricks that's going to help you speed everything up and help you let go. The first one is my favorite, and you're just gonna say, I'm better than this. And it feels weird to say, it feels so conceited, right? But hey, maybe you are actually better than this. Maybe you're chasing after someone, maybe you're chasing after a certain job, maybe you're chasing after a certain amount of money and it's not working out and you're like stressed out, you're like obsessively thinking about it. But what if you were actually better than this? Maybe the person that you're chasing after is actually kind of mediocre and maybe you actually deserve better, but you're just like weirdly obsessed with this person for whatever reason and you don't realize that and you don't see that. Then you tell yourself, I'm actually better than this and I don't want this person anymore. And then what happens? Immediately your energy changes, your energy shifts. Because now that you think you're better than this person and that you can do better, you start acting like it. And what is going to happen? Immediately everyone will pick up that shift in your energy. That's the one thing people will always clock immediately, is your energy. Whatever you're putting out, people will pick up. It doesn't matter what you say, and it doesn't really matter how you look. No one's gonna remember what you were, no one's gonna remember what you said. All they're gonna remember is how you made them feel. So when you have this change and this shift in energy, what's gonna happen is you're gonna become so much more attractive to whoever you're trying to chase after. And I'm sure if you think about it, you have probably experienced this a lot in your life, where maybe you were kind of into somebody and maybe you guys were kind of flirting or talking, but it just never seemed like they were that serious or that into you. And then maybe one day you just decided, hey, I'm not really feeling it anymore. I'm gonna start talking to other people. I'm gonna start just kind of focusing on other guys or whatever. And then immediately the person that you kind of started to ignore will come running back and they'll start putting in so much more effort than they were before. And the only thing that's changed, because you haven't changed, nothing has changed, all that's changed is your energy and how you feel about yourself. Because all you did was you decided that you were better than this and you're gonna go look for something else, something that's like worthy of you. And immediately they're gonna sense that energy and they're gonna realize, hey, wait a minute, why does this person think that they're better than me all of a sudden? Maybe they are better than me. People will always believe whatever energy and vibration you put out about yourself. They'll believe that way more than anything you say about yourself. So the way that you act, if you start to kind of ignore them, if you start talking to other people, they'll probably start to get jealous and then come running back to you. And this works especially well in relationships, but it also works in other aspects of your life. Maybe you were applying for certain kinds of jobs and you just weren't getting any hits. And you're like, wait, I should aim a little bit higher. So you start applying to jobs that are better. And then what happens? Immediately you get a bunch of callbacks from the ones that you now don't really want. The next one is to stretch out the timelines. So if something seems really important to you today, really ask yourself, is it going to be important in a month, in a year, in 10 years, in 20 years? And likely it will not be that important within like the first 3 days, let alone the next 5 years. So when you think about things this way, you're just zooming out and you're giving yourself perspective. You're having a really shitty day at work. Okay, it's really terrible today, but honestly, tomorrow you'll probably feel better. Tomorrow people will probably stop pissing you off so much. Next week, next year, you probably won't even be at this job next year. So when you zoom out and when you give yourself perspective in that way, you start to realize that most things just really don't matter. And most things just won't last. You know, your current relationship, your current job, is that really gonna last forever for the rest of your life? Is it really worth getting so bothered over something that is just so trivial? Just remind yourself it doesn't matter anyways. You probably won't even be here at this job next year, so there's no point getting all worked up and letting your emotions and your energies go wild over something so small in the grand scheme of your life. And now on the other hand, if you think about it in this way and you realize, no, this actually is important for the trajectory of the rest of my life and this is something that I really, really care about, then that's going to help you realize one of two things. Is it time to give up, or is it time to actually go all in and really fully commit to this thing? Because if it is that important, maybe you need to change certain things about your life. Maybe you're like wanting to be a photographer, but you're like not really putting the time and the energy into it. And when you think about it in this way, you realize that photography is actually so important to you and you do want to put more time into it. So maybe you cut back on like scrolling on social media and you actually put more time towards something that you want. So give yourself perspective to help you decide if this is worth it or not, and if you should go all in or if you should just pivot and completely go towards something new and something else. And the next one is to ask for what you want. Maybe you're religious, so pray about what you want. Ask the universe for what you want. Ask God. Maybe you want a raise at work, but you've never actually told anybody that. So then how is anyone supposed to know that you want a promotion? And I know a lot of you guys watching are sitting there like, no, that doesn't matter. They give it to whoever is most deserving. Wrong. Never. At my last job, I did payroll, so I knew how much everyone made. And I'll give you an example, but these two people had the exact same job, but one person asked for a raise every single year and the other person didn't. So after like a few years, one person was literally making double what the other person made, and they literally had the same job. And you could even make the argument that the person who got paid less was actually better at their job. So the only real difference was that one person never asked for more money. They had the exact same job, you guys. And you might think, oh, that was a one-time occurrence. Wrong. That happened so many times. And in a lot of these instances, the person who was making less was actually better at their job. So it's actually so important to voice what you want. Ask for a raise, ask for a promotion. And if not, ask yourself to let yourself have the thing that you want. And that sounds weird, but sometimes the only thing standing in your way is you, because you don't think you deserve it and you don't believe that you deserve whatever you want deep down. So you kind of self-sabotage and you don't allow yourself to have it. Ask yourself, give yourself permission to step into the identity of the person that you want to be, to do the things that you want to do. I always go back to this, but we prefer comfort. But sometimes comfort can be very detrimental to our goals, to the things that we want. Because what's comfortable isn't always what's going to like make your heart sing. It's not going to be the thing that fulfills you or give you like true joy. It's not going to be like your calling that's comfortable. Typically those things are uncomfortable and they require you to get out and break out of your comfort zone and your little bubble. So give yourself permission and allow yourself to fully immerse in that new identity and to be the person that you want to be. Okay, that's it for today's little video. I hope that you found value in this. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.